Hello, we are recording 15 seconds in. I didn't know we was 15 seconds in, but I do know now. Subject matter here will be using AI with Google Earth and Zoom meeting. A little different than I thought it might be. That's for sure. So every time I use it when I am recording solo by myself, not inviting anybody to Zoom meeting, it works just fine. As soon as I invite somebody to Zoom meeting, just like that, it's a whole different ballgame. I don't know what happens with that, but I do know it works that way. As I was asked some questions, I did a little practice run with it for Channel Park Tour. And my cousin come on with me, and she was checking it out. And then I tried to use it like I did when I practiced. And I asked AI some questions, and it shut down like it seemed to know that I was talking to another person. It was two people with a Zoom meeting. Once it identifies that there's more than one person at the Zoom meeting, AI would stop asking questions for privacy concerns. That's what it'd be saying. So that was interesting to learn that. When I did it without nobody being in the Zoom meeting but me, it took on a whole different shape. It did answer my questions. So any questions I ask again, it would not answer because it knows that more than one person was in the meeting. It shows up as two people being in the meeting. Once it does that, then it shuts down with the information. So that was something I learned because I'm trying to use AI as a substitution for a person. And this that would be like my co-partner with the information part. I would ask AI to look up what I would normally be looking up and put it on a link. Instead of me hitting the link, I don't have to go off that Zoom. With Zoom, I don't have to go off Google Earth. But when I hit a link on Google Earth, it takes me to another page or another tab, rather, another tab. So I go off of Google Earth to go on that tab, but I'm screen sharing at this time. And with screen sharing, you can get away with doing it. But this eliminates that. Still, you be on a different page when you do click on that link. You do take you to a different tab. So you still need Google Earth. But I was trying to talk to it, and it recognized that I was on Zoom. Excuse me. Recognized that I was on Zoom, and that threw me off. I wasn't ready for that. So I should have did it the way I did it before. Just use one tab so I go to the website. When I go to the website with Pocket Sites, it'll show me half of what I got on the on the app. When I download the app, you get it all, but I cannot share off Android phone. Pocket share off a smartphone. I think I could. I haven't tried that, but give me somebody with a smartphone to see if that works and how that works. But right now, that was my learning curve with Google AI. This learning curve is when you go live with Google AI, you got to click on that button. And you'll be talking in real time with the AI services. It's not a person, it's a machine, excuse me. Not a person, it's a machine. You be talking live. So that's the catch with that. So that's something I learned from doing it, the tours. As you go, it's trial and error because I'm really, cheating a little bit. Google has it with their other map. It'll be Google desktop version of Earth. It's a whole different ballgame. I already tested it out. And then we do a trial run with it just to get some feedback. When it first came out with it over a year ago, I'm surprised they haven't came out with it to launch it all the way. Because I know they don't have AI on it, but I was able to do a voiceover with Google Earth Pro or desktop. to the Pro. That's I think it's Pro Desktop, something like that. But it's gonna be has a different name. It won't just be Google Earth. They can Google Desktop Pro. So anyway, it has its own identity, so it's gonna reinvent itself by giving it a new identity. But it has more features on it. I gotta admit that. Because I was, when they had the voiceover, it hadn't worked out all the bugs, so it wasn't user friendly yet. There's a lot of steps to get to once to the finish line with just adding your voice in there. A lot of steps with doing it fly over. It will also let you take pictures of Google, like you do. You can take a picture of sometimes. You can take a picture of a Google map. It will let you take a picture of Google satellite. So I did take a picture of Google satellite, and I said how that worked. That was kind of cool. And then do the time back and do the time backwards. You go back in time with it, of course. So it has some cool features, but it had to work out that movie maker part on it, because that's what you're gonna have on it. So it'll be a movie maker, just like it does with I think Windows does it, but it has a movie maker on it because I used movie maker before. But this time, the movie maker lets you have a voice over with the movie maker. So basically, when I use Zoom, I use Zoom for the voiceover. When I use Google Earth or Google Map, I'm basically using Zoom as a voiceover. You get the visual as well as the voiceover. So that's what I'm doing when I do that. So I don't know if that's cool with all three of them put together, because I don't know if there's conflict of interest there, but it's all free. So as long as it's free, I don't think it's a conflict of interest. Zoom is free, Google Earth is free, and now Google AI is free. That's just their experimental run with it. So when they do an experimental run, it's free. You'll probably have to pay for it later on. But right now it's free because they want to, see how it works out. Get the buzz out of it and get it more educated to whatever it's programmed to do. This case talk to you in real time as like a real person, person to person. That's what's going on with that. So when that comes out, that'll be a game changer. Especially if they put that real time link in there. Where you don't have to, I won't have to use any links from the internet and find the information on its own. It's doing what I'm basically doing on Pocket Sites. I found there's a place on Pocket Sites that is Tour Builder that you can put a link in. That's the whole purpose of having that link in there. So that you put a link in, but it's not a reader. It don't do the reading. But this one, it has a stream reader with the Google AI. So that's up for me to experiment, see how the stream reader works. So when I put up a content or a link page, I'll be able to have the stream read it out. You got to read it now on Encyclopedia, I think it is. So, yeah, but you have to sign up for it. And they told me I already have used it enough. I cannot just sign up for it. But do have the part where it will read tests for you. So that's what you want to do. That's the only knock I had against this app. It did have a part that I could talk on it, but I would have had to pay for it, so I chose YouTube instead. And now I can use YouTube and talk on it and talk through the whole process. If I choose to, if I choose the person to do the app and do a link on it, and hopefully the person have Stream Reader on their phone. If you do have Stream Reader on your phone, I think that'll become common practice pretty soon. Then you'll be able to pull that link up and have the AI part of the phone read it for you by way of a Stream Reader. Because AI will be doing the reading. If you're out and about, you don't have to strain your eyes trying to get in a spot where you have enough shade that you can see your screen. It eliminates all that. But that's a good feature that's going to be added on, because it will eliminate all that with the stream reader. It's like you got to, when you with your stream, you can make a snapshot on it. The stream reader is going to be the same thing. Just push a button, you'll be able to read that stream, any information on that stream. So I think it'll be just as easy as they has it. They have it right now where you can take a snapshot of a picture off your phone or your tablet. You got that now. And pretty soon they're gonna have it so you have a screen reader just as easy. Just push one button. When that screen pop up, and it'll read to you. That's part of the AI revolution. So I know that's coming. So that's the next thing we'll be checking out this month. Is how that screen reader work with AI. AI Studio, that's what it's called. AI Studio. So we'll see how that works out. Looking forward to seeing how that works out and see if it works. If I'm using it, if I'm gonna be using the tools I have on the Pocket sites. So I'm gonna pull it up and see how that works on the search. So it's gonna be a learning curve for me. So that's my next thing up to do with Google AI Studio. Go there and trying to see if it works with the tour package I got. To do I put the word out to use it like that with AI Studio. And if you can do a Google search off of the AI Studio, which I do think you can, we'll find out if I can pop up my part of my Google what is it, Pocket Sites tour, because it is on the search. If you search it, you will get part of it. You won't get the full tour, but you get part of it. So you get the pictures, and you might get some links that will come up with some words. So it all depends on which ones I put up front. I want to put the videos up front, and the words not the words up front all the time. But all the links don't work. So when you pull it up on the Google search or whatever search engine you have, and you do your search engine search for it, and it pops up on the Pocket Sites things to do in Detroit, then it is available for you to preview, but not in its entirety. And I can't make that more clear. You want all the links to open up, you have to do it on the download with your phone or your tablet. It ain't gonna work no other way. You gotta be your phone or your tablet to make that work. So I cannot emphasize that enough. And then I'm gonna see how that works out. See, the thing is, they don't give me no clicker on it. I don't know how many people have clicked on it. The only indication I got is when I search for it, it's not hard to find. It means a lot of people have been clicking on it. So it's been in use. Whether it's looking for me or somebody else out there, I'm not the only one out there on Pocket Sites. In the Detroit area, and it works by way of GPS. So if in Chicago, I would get all the Chicago stuff. If I put in there Chicago, I go to Chicago with the search engine. And the GPS would take me to Chicago rather. The GPS take me to Chicago, and I can check out all the tours in Chicago and be in Detroit doing it. That's what made it unique. I think that was that was his selling point. I don't know if he was the one I got in contact with. I don't know who the investors are in this, but that was his selling point. I can travel to the United States and be in Detroit, seeing how the previewing tours for for free off the app with a download from the App Store. So it's a free download. It's a free app to use. Not free for me to use. You know, I'm using the tour builder, so I'm putting content in there. So I'm putting my tours in there. It costs me money to do that per month. I do get a bill for that, but that's my way of giving back to the community. And free tours. I'm living up to that. Not just talking, I'm walking it with that. So that's the plan. So that's the update with the AI in Zoom and Google Earth. So I've been Zoom only got about 45 minutes. So the last tour I did, I had to zip do it. I zip do it. I didn't get a chance to do the last storyline. That was the combined water system, how that works. But next time I add it on to the next one I do, how the combined water system works with as an AI. And showing some picture, but you really can't show no picture because it's out there. You just have to do it, look for it. I have to search for it and see if I have there's a diagram out there to share. So I can do pictures, but it's not Really easy because it's not a common search. Don't get searched that much. I notice when some don't get searched that much, it leaves search. It leaves altogether. It gets almost erased. You can't find it again. I have had that occur. But I found one search a few years ago. Then 3 years later, I can't find it again for nothing. It's not being used that much. It's not being tapped on. Not being asked for its information. It's just sitting there. Sitting there, it will get moved along. Google's is like whatever's popular right now. That's what they want to run with because they know people coming to check that out. So they're gonna front load that. The other ones that ain't being checked out much, they're back loaded or almost eliminated altogether. So you might have to find it somewhere else. Which I did one time, found it on another site altogether. What I was looking for all the time. On the regular Google search, it used to pop up. All of a sudden it stopped popping up. So I had to find it the other way by being on somebody else's web page. And I seen, I clicked on it, I said, that's what I was looking for. Now, I had to share it like that. So there's more than one way of doing this. I'm sure you have to be creative and get stuck just doing it one way. You got to evolve. It's technology evolve. You got to evolve with technology. And saying I used to say to my mother, God bless her soul, she moved on for this life. I used to tell her that you got to keep up with technology, mom, so you're going to get left behind. And her answer was real simple. I ain't got no problem getting left behind because I ain't going to be keeping up with no new technology. She did not like technology evolving as it did all the time. With a simple cell phone, she didn't like the fact that every time she looked around, the cell phone was changing. And you had to buy a new one to keep up. She did not like that, excuse me. She did not like that. So some people, they like to keep up with technology, and some people don't. I ain't got a problem keeping up with technology as long as it's affordable. Once it start being affordable, then I'll have that problem. We know technology is very affordable because it's manufactured overseas, and they mass produce with cheap labor. Mass produced with cheap labor. That's what that's about. Allows us to have this use of the cell phone. So that, with that said, we're gonna shut this on down, and we're gonna go on about our business with the next one.